In this tutorial, I'm going to walk you through how to do a lunge into a half split variation. So there's a lot of technique involved in this one, particularly with what your legs are doing, because you don't want to rely on your legs entirely, and you also don't want to rely on your arms entirely. So you're going to come into a lunge here. My outside leg is forward, and my side is lined up with the pole. So what's going to happen here is with my upper body, my arm, I'm going to pull down with my shoulder. And then from there, as I pull, I'm going to push through the ball of my front foot, my left foot. And as I push and pull, I'm dragging my right leg through, thinking about bringing it up to almost meet this leg. And then I'm going to drop this knee down and swing my leg around into a half split variation. So it'll look like this. I pull, I push, lift my hips up, drag my legs through as I drop my knee down and land over here. Okay? So that's the first thing you want to think about, the push with this foot and the pull with this arm. Now, when you're getting ready to drop this knee down onto the floor, there is some ankle strength involved because you have to roll over the side edge of your shoe to transition onto your knee. Now, you don't want to passively roll over your ankle because that will hurt your ankle. So you have to make sure as you roll towards the side edge, you're also pushing your foot and side edge of your shoe down into the ground actively to help you think about sending your hips up to the ceiling still as you're making that transition, while simultaneously still really pulling with this shoulder to make this transition active and safe. So again, with that being said, I'm going to pull with this shoulder, push with this foot. As I'm getting ready to drop this knee down, I'll roll over the side of my shoe until my shin finds the ground. This leg is going to come through. Once my shin hits the floor, that's when this leg comes all the way around to that half split variation. Before I show you another tip, when you are transitioning and starting to drop the shin down onto the ground, for an added base of support, my outside hand, my free hand, is going to try and find the ground behind my back. So I'm arching my back, reaching backwards until my palm or even just fingertips can touch the ground and help me stay lifted as I make that transition. Okay, so I'm here in my lunge. I pull, I push, drag my leg through. This is where I roll to the outer edge of my shoe, pushing into the ground. Left hand finds the ground. I drop my knee down. My knee is now under my hips, and my right leg pulls around, and I land on the inner edge of it. So the shape that you want to find here is butt to the crowd. So you don't want to be here. You want to be on the inner edge and thinking about hiking your hip up. Okay? And then you're still here. And with this bottom hand, you can have palm flat, or you can be a little higher up on your fingertips. It really depends on you. So as a transition, let's go through that one more time. All right, so I'm here in my lunge. Pull with my arm, push with this foot, send my hips up, roll to the outer edge, hand finds the ground as I drop my shin down, and I slide my right leg through, butt to the audience, inner edge of this foot. The hardest part of this transition is figuring out how to roll over the side of your shoe in that transition and building up the strength in the side of your ankle to do that safely. So play with that on both sides because this is a very, very popular element in the choreography exotic world. So make sure that you play with that, and over time it'll get smoother and your ankles will get stronger.